Good morning. Welcome to another beautiful day here. I'm trying to get some sunlight on my face before I dive into everything that I'm going to do today. I had my mom in town for a couple of nights. Luke had the boys over. Just had a really relaxing weekend, and it's Monday now. Just trying to set my intentions for the week and do some DIY projects. So in this video, hopefully I can accomplish both of them. I think we have already talked about the fact that we found a whole bunch of like glass bottles and pieces of china and things like that up in the front right hand side of the yard when they trenched in I think it was just burying the power line out here, so we didn't have like a big pole. But when they did that, they moved all the dirt, I guess, and it uncovered all of this stuff. So Luke, me, his dad, and his niece all really went through everything and kind of got a couple of buckets worth of little trinkets and stuff. So it's been sitting in the same buckets covered in dirt ever since then. And now my mom and I kind of washed all the little pieces off when she was over. So you'll see a little clip of that next. That was a lot of fun because I had forgotten everything that was in there. So many cool pieces. And my original plan for them was to take, there's lamps that you can fill with things. Normally people fill them with like seashells and stuff like that, but I thought that being able to display some of the cooler or more special pieces that we found in the yard in those lamps and then have those in the guest bedrooms would be really cool. So now that they're all clean, I can bring them in, kind of separate them into what they are, whether they're full bottles, pieces of china, unidentified objects, and kind of shove those into the lamps. So that's first thing on my agenda today. So, wanted to take a break from my own DIY project and talk about today's sponsor, Craftsy. So, a lot of you guys have been asking me for more in-depth tutorials or videos about the different things that I'm doing around the house, whether that is gardening or cooking, and then this specific DIY project as well. I am no teacher, but the creators and makers on Craftsy are. They are an online resource with hundreds of thousands of classes for everything you could ever want to learn. I can't cover all of the topics in this video, but a few of them are going to be sewing, gardening, cooking, all the things that you're looking and watching these videos and leaving in the comments that you want to try or have tried yourself at home. If you're looking to level up your skills in an area, which is something that I've talked a lot about on here, then Craftsy is the place for you. I am currently trying to plan a garden, and it's going to be a raised bed garden, and thankfully Craftsy has a class for that. It's by Andy and Karen Chapman, and they go really in detail of everything that I wanted to know as far as fencing, materials, how to map it out on a piece of paper. There's also classes on there of things that I aspire to learn. Mary Beth Temple is on Craftsy teaching how to make a cozy coat from thrifted quilts. That is right up my alley. And Gemma Stafford is of the Bold Baking Academy, and she's got 100 different courses, I swear, on everything from high French pastry to preserving fruit. I know you all have watched me make strawberry jam in the summer, and this is something that I really want to dive even further into to be able to preserve food for the long haul. These professional instructors are going to give you step-by-step guides, videos, and even patterns for anything that you could want to make or create. I only want to partner with companies and brands that I really know that you all will get a lot out of and that I personally stand behind. The deal that Craftsy has given for all of my viewers is phenomenal. The first 1,000 of you that sign up in the link in the description are going to get an entire year's worth of the premium membership on Craftsy for $1.49. I read that and I had to double check it, and I almost wanted to email them just to confirm. The amount of knowledge that Craftsy holds, the different makers, the different skills that you're going to be able to pull from and learn is invaluable. They are going to give that, again, to all of you, the first 1,000 that click the link in the description, all of that for an entire year, access to every class, printable patterns, and so much more for $1.49. So if you're like me and you're trying to level up your skills in different areas, you just want to learn more, or you want to join along with me in my learning journey, click the link below to join the wonderful community there today. We do also have some subcontractors coming to work on some door seals, so I got to go wrangle the cats right now and then work on those lamps. And then I'm hoping to find a local garden center. If I can't, I am going to go to Walmart and find some pots, some like random size, big, small, in between pots, and go grab, well, attempt to grab the daffodils out of the yard. So we have daffodils everywhere, and as soon as the grass gets tall enough to mow, they're gonna go bye-bye because they're in the middle of the yard or they're on the either side of the driveway, and those get bush hogged. So instead of having them be cut and in a place where I don't really get to enjoy them as much, I would love to take out clumps of those bulbs, put them in separate pots, and be able to either keep those in the house away from the cats, gift them to people, or put them on the patio or on the front porch somewhere. So I'm really hoping to find some like cool pots, or even just like regular plain terracotta pots. I don't know why those are so hard to find, but I would love to find a garden center to do that at, to kind of peruse around and maybe get some other things to interplant with them. But yeah, I just wanted to enjoy a little bit of the sunshine because it's going to be sunny today. It's going to be cold, but it'll be sunny. And then on Wednesday, that might be the day that I go around and kind of dig up all of the daffodils. So this will be a multi-day vlog. You'll get to see me over the course of the next couple of days, and yeah, just kind of fiddling with things. But there's some really cool stuff inside. We got the final kind of like wood pieces or wood piece for the house, and then I picked up one of my Holy Grail antiques the other day, and it is sitting next to the front door. So I'll show you those as well. So let me give you an overview of what we're going to be working with for these lamps. The birds are singing. The birds have been singing, but the frogs have like been so loud that you couldn't hear them. So it's nice to hear them sing. Let's all take a moment. Wow. Love that. Anyway, thank you for indulging me. There's quite a pile. Some of these I think will look better in like a shadow box or on a shelf situation. But yeah, there's so many cool pieces of china, pieces of pottery, glass pieces, bottles, porcelain. And because that site apparently was like a dump site and they burned everything that was in there, you get these like huge, these look like rocks, but it's fully glass. So it's, the glass is got so hot that it is just kind of melted onto itself. This is a really good example right there. So crazy. But yeah, some of them have markings. A lot of them do not. This is probably my favorite one. It's a glass bottle, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but it says celery. I'm not really sure what that is. If you know, please tell me below. But there's so many cool like pieces of dishware that have patterns on them. I'd love to be able to find like an actual full size of the plate. But it's just cool little things. And it's something nice to have in a guest bedroom. Keeps the stuff with the house, even though none of this stuff actually lived in the house. It is from the property, so it's fun for me. And Luke's dad collects old bottles and stuff, so I know he has a particular affinity for it. I know I've got a couple of bottles from my family as well. I think my mom gave me at least one, like a cobalt blue one. So I'm gonna get that one and see if it fits in one of these lamps too. But yeah, I figure I'll put like the big showcase pieces down at the bottom of the lamp towards the front, and then kind of fill in everything around it. There's also a very large feather up near the front of the property. So I kind of take a walk every day from the house up to the mailbox. It's about a mile there and about a mile back. So when I do that later, I'm gonna pick that feather up, and I think I wanna shove that in one of the lamps too. But yeah, something to fiddle with and just be able to keep the stuff in the house without it just sitting in a basket or on a shelf. Thought it would be fun. So I'm gonna get some bowls, separate these into different categories, and then start shoving them in these lamps. most of what I wanted on the outside is still on the outside and seeable. So this is all the ceramics in this one. And then this other one over here is all of the glass. I'll show you from the other side. So here are the finished ones. So this big tall one here, this is all of the ceramic pieces and pottery and plates and all of that. Tried to keep the pretty stuff on the outside, but you just kind of have to go with it at a certain point. But yeah, that's probably my favorite piece right there. That floral, faded floral pattern. Awesome. And then this is all of the glass. So I put all of the full bottles on the outside and the bottom, and then the pieces kind of as you go more towards the top. I want to get new lampshades because there's nothing white in this house. So I want to get something that matches kind of the vibe of both of these. Obviously this is a lot more like feminine and pretty, and this is a lot more masculine. This will probably go back in the blue bedroom. And then this one, I'm still trying to decide where that one's gonna go. But yeah, I might get some custom something off of Etsy because I feel like that would be really nice. Some kind of, I don't know, velvet or something. But yeah, I will keep y'all updated on that, but I'm pretty happy. And I used most of the stuff that was out there that would fit. So pretty excited. And now it's time for plants. Back from the adventures, I'm getting my gardening bin open here because I need gloves. I'm gonna get the daffodils out of the ground tomorrow, but I wanted to go ahead and start my planter situation. So I have a raised planter, and my Aunt Karen always has one or two by her door that look phenomenal. And it is a thriller, a spiller, and a filler. Thriller, spiller, filler. So I think I've gotten all three of those. I've got some ivy, I've got some violas, and the daffodils are gonna be the thriller. The daffodils are kind of short, so I am slightly nervous that the violas are going to overshadow them, but we'll see. I've also got some smaller pots to gift some daffodils, and let me show you over here. So that big tall one, that is the one that I'm going to put, I think, by the front door, but I'm not sure. I kind of like the idea of it on that, next to that door too. There's plenty of room to drive around it because you drive through the landscaping right there before you would hit it, which hopefully that wouldn't be a thing. But I thought that might be nice because most people are going to come in through that door, but I guess traditionally you're supposed to put it at the front door. I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet. And then I've got some vintage buckets that I can put some daffodils in, and then just a big old bucket down there to collect them. So I've got my gloves, got my trowel, I've got the soil, I've got the plants, and I am gonna eat a quick lunch and then start working on this. So here are the pretty violas that I got. Some light pastel blue, purple, and white, and a little bit of yellow. Some of them have just the tiniest bit of yellow, but I wanted the daffodils to be most of the yellow. And I got these cuties. These are also violas, and I figured these would be really cute for like a low, wide planter vase situation on the tables in there. So the breakfast area and then the dining table, but I don't have those yet because I've not found one that I am totally in love with. So these are gonna go back in the garage for right now. Originally I was worried I wouldn't have enough filler to fill this. Definitely do. And daffodils are gonna go in the middle there. I will ask my Aunt Karen what she thinks of my fullness going on, because these are just gonna continue to get bigger, so she might tell me to divide it even more. But I'm gonna do the bulk of the daffodils tomorrow, but for today, I'm gonna go grab some of those and pop them in here so I can water everything in. So we've got a couple of clumps around here. I don't know which ones to go for, honestly. These have to get a few, fill these up. But I mean, I guess right here's as good of a place to start as any. What would Monty Don do? Well, he would know what to do, because he's Monty Don. I think that's gonna be it. I'm gonna put a little more back there. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we've got minor casualties, but some very nice foliage going on. It's not exactly even. Not exactly perfect, but neither am I. Oh my goodness. So we'll just let it be floppy and natural. So yeah, ta-da! Now I gotta clean all this up. Good afternoon and welcome back. I am putting together some English muffin dough. Would it be a dough? I guess technically it's a dough. Really quickly, some sourdough English muffins because I need to restock Luke. But I'm just gonna kind of do a time lapse of that because you've seen me do English muffins before. But today has been a lovely day so far. I went and ran some errands. I'm getting spring decor out and starting to put that on the dining room table and kind of around different places, the breakfast nook. I still need to get my Easter holiday bin down from upstairs. They are finally finishing leveling off the pavers in the auto court area. I think that's technically what it's called. And I went and got some plants from Home Depot, some more plants. I wanted to have an actual live centerpiece for the dining room table just because I feel like that makes it nice. Cats are just a terror, and it really limits the kind of like bulby spring things I can have inside. Found out that grape hyacinths are not poisonous to cats. Feel free to correct me in the comments, but I Googled it, read some articles. Apparently grape hyacinths are fine. So I got a bunch of those. I got a bulb style planter. It's kind of like low and wide. Finally found one, and got some other pots to plant up the rest of the violas, still don't know how to say that. And yeah, gonna just kind of piddle. It is a glorious day. My car said it was 80. Just looked at the Alexa, and she said that it is 80 degrees. It is very warm outside. So I need to change out of this into a short sleeve or a sleeveless top. And yeah, just kind of slap this all together. And then I'm gonna go do some quick community service. I say quick, it's probably not gonna be quick, but it needs to be done. And I'm the one noticing it and no one else is doing it, so why not me? I hope that that kind of inspires you all if you see something going on your road, in your community, and nothing's being done about it, instead of, like I would normally do, just complain and say, oh, someone should do something about that. Just go do it yourself. But obviously make sure that it's legal for you to do something about it. Mine is picking up trash. So there is a ton of trash on the road that our house is off of, that our driveway is off of. And I've just been kind of looking at it for the past couple of weeks going, man, somebody should really pick that up. Well, guess who is physically able and now has a pair of long pincher grabbers and trash bags and a little buggy to pull the trash along with me. So I'm going to park at the end of the driveway. I'm going to walk in the opposite direction of traffic on that side of the road up, and then come back down facing traffic on the way back. That way I can kind of make sure I'm safe. I'm not going to take headphones with me, I don't think. I just want to make sure that I hear cars if they're approaching me, because it is a less traveled road and there's neighborhoods back here. So people, I'm assuming, aren't going to just expect someone out on the side with a buggy and trash bags. So just want to make sure I'm being safe. I'm sure my mom would appreciate that if she's watching this. But yeah, I keep saying someone should do something about it. Why don't I do something about it? And I am not going to take the camera with me because that feels performative to me. Talking about it might seem performative also, but I hope that it doesn't come off that way. That's not my intention. My intention is to say, hey, you know, if you're noticing something in your community that needs to be taken care of, whether it's trash or I can't think of any other examples because this is the one that I'm currently dealing with. Just do it yourself. If you've got the time and the ability, I mean, why not? That's kind of the point of living in a community or in a small town, is everybody looks out for one another. And if you see something wrong, you know, you either tell the people that need to fix it, or if you can fix it yourself. Anyway, enough of my chatting and probably coming off like I'm on a high horse. I am not. We still have not figured out the trash situation at our own house, but I'm going to go pick up a bunch of trash and have extra bags to then have to figure out a way to get rid of on our road. But c'est la vie. But yeah, gonna slap this all together, and then I'll see you outside where we're gonna pot up some really cute grape hyacinths. I vastly underestimated how long I would need to do that, as much as I wanted to do, and how many trash bags I would need. So I got through 2 large like construction trash bags in about an hour, and I didn't even start down my road. This was just the area in front of our gate and across the street, and then maybe like 20-30 feet down into the property that's unoccupied, but it's owned by the city and the county. There was a lot of trash, and again, like I said, I've been seeing it since we moved in. I've noticed that people like to throw their trash out the windows on their way to the end of the road there, which is a factory of some kind. Now, it's a dead-end road. It's not a through road. You can't come from that direction from anywhere. It dead ends where the factory is. And I've always wondered if the trash was just solely people throwing things out their window, or if it was the garbage truck that goes down there, maybe things were flying out of the back as the garbage truck left. So I can confirm it's just people throwing things out of their car. So this really just taught me a lot, made me really grateful, was so enriching in my life, above and beyond just picking up the trash. So I realized that everything that I was picking up was just vices. So cigarettes, cigar wrappers, fast food wrappers, and the majority of it was beer bottles, liquor bottles, airplane bottles. And I don't know why, but I was really shocked by that. Again, the only thing that's down there is a factory, and people are coming to and from work and throwing this stuff out of their vehicles. And I don't know why, but it made me sad. I have mentioned it before on this channel and on my social media. I'm in recovery. I've been sober for 7 years, and it really just made me reflect on how my life used to be before I stopped drinking. The drinking and driving, the driving with an open container, the dreading work in any social situation really, and needing to have a drink before and after those moments. And it made me so grateful to be sober and not have to worry, am I going to get a DUI today? Is today going to be the day? Am I going to get pulled over with alcohol in my car? I don't have to think about that anymore. It was a constant worry that I was going to get caught drunk somewhere. And now I don't ever have to think about that again, and it just really gave me pause. It made me extremely grateful for where I'm at, but I couldn't help but think about the person, because it seemed like one person. They had a very specific taste in alcohol based on the empty bottles that I was picking up. I just felt for them so much. I wish that I could tell them that they don't have to live like that anymore. And because I can't tell them, I want to tell you all. If you or someone that you love is struggling with addiction or alcoholism, you do not have to live that way anymore. There is hope. You can live a life where you don't ever think about drinking or using a drug ever again. I will leave a link down below if you're looking for resources, if you need help, if you need to find a meeting. I'll be happy to respond to people that want that information in my direct messages. I'm not here to give advice. I have no certifications in that area. I'm not a doctor. I just know the journey that I went on with my own sobriety, and I know that Alcoholics Anonymous helped me, and it's worth a try if you think it'll help you, even if you adamantly don't think it will help you, but you resonate with feeling hopeless, you resonate with worrying constantly about being found drunk somewhere, hiding, throwing alcohol out of your window when you're driving. There's hope. And I just want to leave a link for that below. But on to a brighter note, not to minimize what I've just talked about, but I do want to leave you all feeling uplifted. And it shocked me how much trash there was. It really, really shocked me. It shocked me how much of it was fast food and ketchup packets and things like that. That's another thing that I'm trying to weed out of my life slowly, eating less out, eating less processed food, cooking more at home. I know that it makes me feel better. It's better for me. It's better for the environment, obviously. And in general, please don't litter. Please don't throw things out of your car window. That would be wonderful, because someone has to pick it up. And if someone doesn't pick it up, then it continues to rot and disintegrate into tiny little pieces that then get absorbed into the soil. They don't ever go away. Plastics don't disintegrate like that. That's not how their chemical makeup works. So again, call to action: if you see trash in your neighborhood, pick it up. If you see trash blowing around in front of Target when you're walking in to go buy Easter stuff like I did today, just pick it up. Trying to be more conscious of the fact that I am a sentient human being living this life just like everyone else, and instead of assuming someone else is going to do it and passing the buck, it could just be me. What is stopping it from just being me? Nothing. Laziness, selfishness, lots of those type of things, if I'm being honest. Feeling like I don't have the time, and sometimes that's true, but most of the time it is not. Most of the time I very much have the time. And speaking of time, it is time for me to pot up these Grape Hyacinths Muscari. This is called Big Smile. It says it needs full sun. That's the other thing I wanted to talk about. That planter up front, most of those flowers are at least partial sun, and that area is completely shaded. So I will have to move that planter somewhere. I want to move it somewhere I can see it. I'm thinking maybe the back patio in front of a door or something, one of the glass doors that open so I can actually see it. But yeah, I did not take that into consideration. I am learning as I go. I encourage you to learn as you go. They will not survive there. And I'm not just going to pull it off the patio every day so it can get some sun, but legitimately that door never gets direct sunlight. So need to figure out somewhere else for it. These babies, however, are going to go in this beautiful pot. Let's see if I can lift this up without breaking it. Big old bowl pot. It's wide and low. And this is going to go on the dining room table as part of the Easter scape that I've got going on in there. I bought a couple of things because I realized I didn't have any Easter table linens or plates. I love a theme. I love a plate. I love a vegetable or fruit shaped ceramic item. You're going to see a lot of that in a second. So I'll show you the table as soon as I pot this up and plop that on there. I still haven't gotten the bin down for Easter, but that will happen. It'll just be in the next video. So I will finish my full decoration at that point. But for right now, let me get this pot going. I need to get a little bit of soil in the bottom. This has a huge hole in it. So luckily for me, I've got a bunch of broken glass and clay and ceramic pieces in the sunroom on the ground right there still, because I didn't use all of it in the lamps. So I'm going to pop a piece of that on here. It just keeps the soil from just continually falling through while still allowing drainage. Thank you to, I think I saw that on Gardener's World, Monty Don, something like that. Or my aunt may have mentioned it to me. My Aunt Karen is a master gardener. My grandmother, master floral gardener. My grandfather grows vegetables like nobody's business. So I'm doing my best to emulate their success. Don't know how that's going to go yet, but I'm going to grab a piece of clay for this and then pop this up. Okay, Here she is in all her glory. Now, I did get some, where is it at? Sheet moss. And I might put that around the edges. But I do kind of like the soil showing, honestly. But yeah, here they are. They're so cute and tiny. They are so cute. So I'm going to water this real good, let it drain a little bit, and then move it on inside. Okay, so we're missing a few napkins down here because they didn't have enough at the store. So I had to order them online. I will link them below if they're still available. Now, these cute little carrot napkin rings are from Hobby Lobby. Same thing, I'll link these if they're available. And then I know these are sold out online. They're so cute. So they're lettuce plates. They're adorable. They're darker in real life than they are on camera right now. But my cute little ruffle edge napkins, they're freaking adorable. I got these at Home Goods. They're like a plastic woven rattan look situation. I really like these, and they're going to be useful because I can use them outside too because they are plastic. If anything crazy gets on them, I can just literally rinse them off in the sink. But yeah, it's my little place setting. I still feel like this needs a charger underneath this plate. Anybody have any tips, suggestions, charger links? Please put them down below. Found this runner at Target, kind of just a linen-y stripe situation. Looked very natural. Can use it for lots of different holidays. I need to steam the lines out of it, but it's rare that I find one that covers the full length of this table. This table's extra long, so I'm kind of surprised by that. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, little pot of grape hyacinths. I think I'm saying that correctly. I always feel like I should be saying hydrangea, but that's definitely incorrect. But I might add my bunny collection. I have a ceramic and glass bunny situation from both of my grandmothers on either side of my family. They gave me a whole bunch when I was younger. So I think I might line those up across here. I'd love to get a few more like tiny pots and put some things in them. I still have to plant up those violas, the extra ones that I have from doing the front planter, which oh, you're really not gonna be able to see it, but I put it out there in the sun for right now, just until I figure out where I'm gonna put it. So yeah, here is the beginnings of the tablescape. Down here is a better look because you can actually see it with the napkins. I love cutesy things. I love a theme. What can I say? The English muffin dough is doing its bulk rising or fermentation / both on the counter over here. And then I'm gonna put it in the fridge for the night. And then I will bake them 12 hours later. Something like that. Again, I'm not a tutorial person. I'm just following the recipe, but it smelled really good. It's looking pretty cute. It needs to rise a lot. So I might put it in an even warmer situation in that proving drawer down there, just so it can add some bulk because it's not looking very good. But yeah. I think that's it. Oh, I can show you the little napkin holders over here. So I've had these napkins for a while. They're from Anthropologie. I got them online. It's a little set of dish napkins, but they seemed spring colors, and I found these cute little bunny napkin rings at the thrift store. Antique store, not thrift store. But I just set them out here, and I want to put one of the planters of violas in the middle here, so there's some fresh stuff everywhere. And the kitchen is slightly clean, slightly in a state of disarray. Still have these, I still don't know what they are, but they're beautiful. Going from a birthday gift. Super cute. Pantry is in a state of disarray. I'm going to organize that with you all coming soon. It may be in the next video, it may be the one after that, but really get into the nitty-gritty of organizing the drawers, rearranging everything, so it is the most practical. I feel like it's a P word, something like that. It can be utilized, functional. The most functional was not a P word. Got some actual biscuit cutters. If you saw my absolute fail in the other English muffin video. I needed flat, not scalloped biscuit cutters. So I got a set, and hopefully these English muffins will turn out much better. But yeah, that is really it for the day. I am going to whip up something for dinner and then pass out and get up in the morning and go run / probably just walk with some ladies that I've met here, and I've really been enjoying that, especially as the weather is getting nicer. It's so lovely. It's good to push yourself. Well, for me, it's good to push myself. And it helps me have a really productive day because I'm up really early. But yeah, today was really productive. I feel good about all the spring things. I'm so excited about all of the spring cleaning, the spring eating, the spring decor. This table is so cute. I can't even handle it. But yeah, I might actually eat some ice cream out there before the sun sets and enjoy the last bit of this warm weather, because it's gonna get kind of rainy. Time to do a lot of like inside projects the next couple of days. But thank you all for joining me today. And again, if you or someone that you know is struggling with alcoholism or addiction, there will be a link to some resources for that down below, and you don't have to live like that anymore. I certainly don't. I get to do things like pot up plants in my free time now. Like it still blows my mind how different my life is now than it was when I was drinking. So yeah, I'm living a life that I could have only dreamed of before. And it's all due to the program that I work and having something that's bigger than me. Oh, before I leave, if you've gotten this far, tell me in the comments. What do people say? Leave some kind of emoji. Leave a tulip emoji if you got all the way to the end of this. Would you be interested if I started posting twice a week? I feel like I'm recording so much throughout the week that I'm so far ahead on videos now. Like the video that you will, when I'm recording right now, I'm like 3 weeks ahead of what you are watching currently in real time. So I'm thinking maybe it might be good if I post more than once a week. It might not be all the time, but I thought I would throw that out there. Let me know your thoughts. And that's all, folks. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.